30 for you.
1130. Yep. Hey, could you grab the other heli and bring it to Zancudo?
Yeah.
I was gonna have us do it here, and then I'm like, probably best not. Right?
Okay. All right. Bye.
Easy. When I started SASM, the intention was that we do the investigative information gathering and effectively manage the certs for the military program. AI was not something of interest to me. It was something that I expected both departments to sort of manage themselves. There's too much that the marshals are constitutionally, legislatively responsible for. And I know, having led a detective unit and whatnot in the past, that the amount of resources needed for bigger cases is beyond what is ever going to be available in San Andreas. But that is a concept that very few other than, quite frankly, Soze and Bass ever understood.
That's a fair comment.
In fact, even the most recent things I've been dealing with a lot of despicable behavior, even with the most recent cases. To give you some insight, recent cases have been tuned to our abilities rather than the norm. And it's going to eventually have long-term damage to the state. I know it, but unfortunately those that are turning the wheel are too new to recognize it. Coming in for landing now, Fort Zancudo.
Hey, firm, ETA will be 2 minutes.
Hey, firm. See you in a bit. But all in all, none of this matters. What we do matters, but the grand scheme of things is the short term doesn't. SASM is being built not for the today, but for the tomorrow. And what that means is the higher level of professionalism I expect of each and every marshal. The ability to make decisions in the moment, no matter how difficult it is something that is paramount. Because eventually things are going to come crumbling. And those that will rise from the ashes are those that have maintained like a sense of honor to the badge at a time when the badge is effectively been shat on. And I know you have a past, I have a past, but I think both of us have learned from our mistakes and decisions and grown stronger.
I learned who I was the past couple of years. Definitely wasn't the person that I thought I was trying to be, but this is who I am, Brian. Flying this stuff, investigations, police work. That's me. Everything else is just a facade.
Yeah. We do have a direct connection with the state. Representatives of whom are many. However, how do I put this? I sort of act as a filter, right? The most I want to touch on Faceless. I don't want to hyper overwhelm you here.
Oh fuck.
I have to make decisions on a day-to-day moment, and sometimes those decisions there may be things we want to do, which I know we should not. And those are let's put it this way. There are classified files that only I have seen, right? There are certain discussions that only I am privy to. And I have to filter those facts and operate based on that information, right? And that is quite frankly why we have a very intentional chain of command system. I say jump, you jump. Don't question it, right?
Of course. I will not.
Radio check.
10-2.
10-2. Guardian 1 en route to Zancudo Air Base.
Everything good at the airbase?
Delta-1.
Anybody need backup, or it looks like...
If you want to take a peek, we're looking at some...
We're currently testing out new technology. I don't know if you can see AI landing of the Annihilator. As you can see, there's no pilot. You see that?
AI landing.
A firm.
God
That
damn it.
Annihilator that just landed
What?
is being controlled by remote control as we speak.
Jesus
there in-
fucking Christ.
A firm. I'll
Oh,
be there
this
in 30
isn't good.
seconds.
This isn't fucking good.
What happened?
I believe I believe the Faceless have gotten a hold of that technology.
That is not good. I'm punching down in 30 seconds,
It's being
okay?
used on the docket.
What the fuck is this?
Sorry, AI is being used on the
don't-
docket.
Yeah. Hey, Miguel, back in the car.
What?
Let's go.
What? The fuck am I going?
Jesus Christ, sorry, windy.
I'll talk to you in a sec.
A firm.
Are you?
Howdy.
Hey, you seeing this?
The car, the helicopter? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that? I figured that was Delta-1.
You just gonna sit here?
I'm confused.
You don't need to know. Come on. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you know what this is about. Let's get going.
Well, that's the thing is, no, I think I do know what it's about. I don't know if I want to get going.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hey Brian, is it true that that guy you caught in a red mask, you only sent him to prison for
listen,
150
dumb
months?
fucks. All right.
Is it true? Is
Are
that
we?
true?
Listen. Let me ask you something.
Enemy of the state, huh? Enemy of the state, huh?
I'm sorry. What are you yapping about?
I'm just confused how you guys capture one of the Faceless and he gets 150 months in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Ask the
crazy.
mayor. Go to Denzel. Ask him
Ask
for
the
higher
mayor.
time and fine. Yeah.
But yeah, a measly little guy does a little bank check. He
Okay,
gets way
listen.
more
I
than-
understand that you guys might be acting a little retarded right now. But right now, we're working on things to go against the Faceless instead of getting a yap battle about something that can obviously wait. Now, what do you want to
Yeah, 'cause
prioritize
so
here?
far you've done so much, right? Because so far, up to this point, you've done so much. You're right.
Future, have you even been involved in any of this?
I'm just saying, so far you've done so much, huh?
Okay.
You're him, Brian. Not you're him, bro. You've done so fucking much to stop these motherfuckers, right?
What have you
Hey,
done?
well,
What have you
I
done,
guess
Future?
we'll get out of here.
All right, let's get going. Thank you.
Okay, well, you're not going to speak to me like I'm a bitch, so now I'm going to stay. Hey, how's it going, gentlemen?
How you doing?
How's everyone's day?
This is Future Hendrix and Miguel Elmarian. Yeah.
Okay.
These are
Nice to meet you both.
Yeah. The motherfuckers that did something.
these are the individuals that can't put their ego aside.
These are the individuals that did something. Now y'all
yeah.
fucking couldn't because you guys are fucking useless. That's why.
Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck am I, bitch? What the fuck do you do? Let me guess. You're just the guy in the
shoot down
fucking back sucking
military
on Brian's dick, huh?
helicopters.
That's what you are.
And I put the chief of police in jail.
Oh my. Whoa. No way.
Mm.
Wow. You did so
This,
much.
this doesn't need to be a shouting match, boys.
I'm trying to. Yeah.
You're the one that came here with this energy, dog. I
I wasn't talking to you. I'm gonna be honest.
I think we should focus on the real enemy, gentlemen.
Yeah. That's
That's what we've been doing the whole time. What the fuck have y'all been doing?
I just got
Hey,
here.
Future, have you been here just out of curiosity? I didn't see you in the video.
Brian, tell me, what have you done?
No, I asked you a question.
No, I'm asking you a question. What have you done? Tell me, this whole time, what have you done? You let these motherfuckers bomb all of fucking Low Soul. You couldn't even fucking catch them when they left the back of the fucking building.
Yeah.
What have you done? Tell me.
Well, we saved Forehead the other day.
Oh
gang
yeah,
leader?
y'all saved him.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you expect?
Yeah. They definitely didn't throw him out of a fucking plane, right? Yeah, but you saved him though. You're right. You saved him. Nah, you're right. You just lied for no fucking reason. But yet you saved him after they threw him out of a plane, right? Yeah, definitely.
Yo, this motherfucker probably think he's eating right now. I'm just hearing.
Hey, you got so many jokes, man.
Shut
If
the
only
fuck
you were-
up.
Only you
Shut
were
the fuck up,
as good
Future.
of a comedian
Listen,
as you are.
Look, I don't have a lot of time right now, but right now y'all are wasting it. Miguel, I can understand. He's got questions, but addressing someone that has no idea what's going on is kind of a waste of my time right now.
Who doesn't have an idea what's going on?
Gentlemen, Future. Gentlemen,
Future knows.
we have some business to conduct. You are not privy to it. You know we are very much fighting the Faceless, but if you want to have a ego match, we can save that for later. The alternative is that this ego battle turns into some other shit and both sides end up losing. All right? So what do we want to do here?
Good luck, Brian. You do a lot, man. You do a lot.
All right. Thank you.
See, if I wasn't a cop and a professional, I'd say, good boy.
I was going to do that, but we got shit to do today.
Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck have I missed?
I think Forehead's asleep, so they're looking for a way to contribute. So,
Hey, I'm assuming those guys are called the Besties.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, those are two of the foot soldiers.
Interesting. Anyway, I got a encrypted message through the network saying you need some help with some painting. Is that true? And repaint these helicopters.
Would be helpful.
Yes.
Having some trouble with not so much the trained ones, but the untrained units drawing distinctions between our aircraft and the enemy aircraft.
Hey, just so I understand, isn't your aircraft the blue one that Mr. Director chose that color, or you change it to another one?
No, I believe after the delivery, there may have been. I think these face fucks came in and unpainted it.
I see. Okay, well, good thing I brought some technology with me, so I can get that sorted out for you. No problem.
Sweet.
No problem whatsoever.
Do you want the UAV staying the same as it is, Brian?
I think the UAV would be. I like that color. I think that kind of sends a bit of a message.
I agree.
This one we were thinking olive, right? Wait, let's play with a couple colors.
Like.
Yeah.
I think well, yeah, let's have a look at some of the greens and some of the grays and see what we like. Or maybe a mixture of both. I think we do that, yeah. Also, okay. This arriving here with no pilot, that was you?
Hey, farmers, the new technology we're using, AI transitioning remote control. So we just set it out to have a quick test, and it worked, but not too sure how strong it is.
Ooh.
That is
It's
interesting.
prototype, you could say. You know,
Is
imagine
this
taking
something?
down
we'd be able to possibly deploy?
Well, that's the whole objective. You know, imagine taking down, for example, those space bots without even losing a life. Imagine you being able to remote control a helicopter without you actually even being inside. That's the goal here. I got the landing done, but I already figured out the controls for the shooting.
That is going to be very interesting if you can pull that off.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, not promising anything though. This is new territory with right now. AI. Everybody's using AI these days. Disgusting, but I thought this type of stuff not too bad.
Okay. All right.
I do want to, at some point, discuss the acquiring of a jet. Even beyond the Faceless, we are consistently dealing with a individual that identifies. We've got, well, first we got the Swedish. Second, we dealt with a jet 3 days ago. And then we also dealt with a unknown entity that referenced himself as Warthog. First name Wart, second name Hog. Unknown if it's even manned by an individual, as they were unable to communicate on ATC, only through 311.
Hey, I can see what I can do.
Okay.
Well, you know, a jet is going to cost a lot of money, I will say. A lot of money. Well, we'll see what the investors say in HQ says. I can probably get the price tag pretty low, considering, well, it's going to benefit everybody in the circle and the future of this, whatever's left of this fucking city. Jesus Christ.
That's why we need the equipment. Otherwise, it's going to get worse. The amount of ordnance they dropped on Little Saul could easily have flattened the majority of the city. So if they have that, and they're willing to dispose that on one specific location, I can only imagine how much munitions they truly have.
You know, I've been very busy lately. We have a few things we need to take care of, but I was told through some people there was a massive sort of, on the borders, a massive part of it was a plane. I'm assuming that's what attacked Little Soul last week.
It's an A-10, also known as a B-11 strike force.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's got the GAU-24 on the front. It had bombs. Countless. The amount it was dropping was absolutely insane. They also have the ability to do air-to-air refueling, because I didn't see any of them go for refueling at all. That might also be because they got shot down, but
the scariest part in all of this is, well, they've had the ability to do what they did. Well, last year, they chose to do it now. Interesting.
They've got flares too, which could be a problem for any kind of homing missile.
The best thing, I don't know if it's possible, but somehow getting these helicopters the ability to have flares.
That would be extremely helpful.
It would be
Oh my fucking God,
helpful.
yes.
Yeah, that'd be extremely helpful. The flares that we trained with our hydrojets back in the day were extremely useful. The amount of missiles that were being fired at us by the Eastern Bloc, who were at the time with a big aggressor, was pretty heavy. And with those flares, we were able to lose a lot less of our equipment, which was helpful.
Hey, fam, I mean, we know here's the thing, though. I wasn't there, of course, but correct me if I'm wrong, I'm assuming the Wednesday attack, you had a lot of missiles, correct?
It did. They also had I think it's actually called a babushka, but it looks like a C-130. Big cannons on the top with 30 mil cannons on the top and on the bottom and on the rear of the aircraft that blew our helicopter out of the sky like it was nothing.
I'm trying to think. Their supply must be running low. I mean, if that was a huge attack, where would they get the supply from? I might talk to you, Director, privately soon regarding something.
Okay.
But anyway, let's get this annihilator changed.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Remind me to mention something I saw yesterday. It might be relevant for what happens in the next 72 hours. There, Delta-1.
A-firm.
All right.
Can I recommend an aircraft if there were to be a jet that comes our way? Can I recommend one to you? I did some time at an airbase looking at a few different things recently.
Oh shit!
It's the P-66 laser. Looks a lot like an F-16, but it has a split wing on the back
Oh
instead of
shit!
a singular. Has a lot of different capabilities with it. Homing missiles, has explosive round, dual guns on the front of the nose. It does have bombs, but I don't think we'll need that. Also looked at a Valkyrie helicopter, Brian. One that has mini guns on the side of it, as well as a co-pilot seat that can access a gun that's under the front nose of the chopper.
What are your feelings on the F-160, Snow?
The Raiju? I mean, those are. I mean, that's like F-22 level. I don't even know if the government would allow us to have something as advanced as that. I don't know. But those are very powerful machines, for sure.
Okay.
Well, like I said, I will talk to HQ to see what we have. I know we have a few jets, well, 3, but I have to confirm.
Excellent. All right, let's have a look at this then. See what we can do.
Okay.
It's good it's dark out because we can get a feeling what it's going to look like against the night sky.
Yes, exactly. We do have a bit of lighting in here too, so that's nice.
Probably need to clean it up a bit to get a good look at it.
Okay, well, we want to have a check. By all means, go into the pilot seat, and then should be a button on your dashboard.
Sure.
A firm. There'll be a button under the lever of the 7.5 radius. Just need to angle down the 25 degrees angle, and it should do the cloaking changing color technology.
All right. All done.
Hey, you recognize you see it?
Ooh.
Say again.
This is a really good time to do this too.
Does it work?
Oh, there we go. All working, yeah.
A firm.
Okay. Oh.
Time of night is
really
perfect too. We'll be able to get a good idea as to what we'll see.
So.
I'm gonna be real with you. It's even if you turn off the flashlight there for a second, and you kind of look at the dark spot. That's probably what ground forces are gonna see.
This is basically black.
Yeah.
At nighttime, this will be super dark.
Yeah.
Whereas if we did something like.
Ooh.
There you go.
That is marine white.
That is just completely white. It's all the F's on the color code thing.
You know, with what we've been in these situations we've been in, I don't believe we get into situations where we worry about ground forces. Like if this was like the invasion of Sanguine, right? Where we need to worry about like AA turrets or ground forces opening fire and their visibility, that might be an issue, but this slaps.
Yeah,
we
we
got
got
on the secondary. You go with the blue.
Secondary blue. Ooh.
Yeah. 000-830. 000-830.
I did it, but it's not showing. Hang on. Is that right, or is that the wrong color? Because I'm not sure if that's
000-830 is what's on the cars.
Oh,
That's the actual blue, but
there we go. That's the actual blue.
Okay. What is that one?
That's 000-830.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, okay.
That does
that
look
looks
quite good.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Is that giving the bottom end? So let me ask you a question. What about blue as the main and white as the bottom? Because you're going to be seeing the bottom, not the sides, right? If you're a ground unit, and that's mostly what we're concerned with.
Oh my
That actually looks really
Yeah,
nice. I
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Doing this.
Can you spin this up and take it in the sky? Let's see how it's gonna look for the ground.
I must say, this does look very, very nice. That's perfect,
Oh, that's
I think.
perfect.
Oh yeah. Oh, that is yes. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, good
That's
luck.
it right
No,
there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
If someone fucking listen, I'm gonna be
Yeah, you
honest.
have to
I'm
be
just
an
gonna
idiot.
throw this out there. I don't think that it was an accident he blew up. I think people who thought it was funny. The first set of rounds that were shot at him were by accident, but him getting blown up was not. The second
Just
round,
to confirm, he was shot by his own people.
he
Well,
was.
he was shot by both ground units and by the helicopter that we were engaged
Correct.
with at the same time.
Jesus fucking
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find the button on the dashboard for this one then, Delta-1.
Hey, now that one's a bit tricky. You need to rotate the bottom so he's 74 degrees angle. And then, hey, firm, thank you.
Yeah, it's that older technology. Right, rotating that here.
The gun fittings on the stealth are white as well. It looks really good.
This is really oof. That's just. I love when you come in with an idea in mind and then a better one pops up. You know.
Yeah. That's really nice. Big fan. I'm gonna get some wax for these. So they always look clean.
yeah.
Don't like them looking dirty.
Now look at this.
Oh ho!
I like the yellow stripe.
You able to make the yellow stripe white?
No, that's what
Negative.
I'm trying to mess with right now. The yellow stripe I don't think changes.
Okay.
Hey, firm.
The good thing with this one though is because of the yellow, this one should be quite obvious, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean friendly blue yellow stripe and blue with underside white. Oh, wait a second.
I like the
Is there
blue
like
more.
is there like a bluey is there like a bluey white you can do?
Ooh.
No, maybe yeah, darker blue I think is better.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever had a confusion over this one.
No.
Could you send it up in the air real quick just so we can see what it looks like from the ground there, Blunt?
I mean, I would never confuse that anyway, but that is pretty obvious, isn't it? It's blue.
It is, yeah.
The yellow stripe, right? The yellow stripe is what really gives it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it all the way from over here.
Hey, firm.
This might seem a little pedantic, but you have to understand that nowadays we have to just presume some of our units are, they need very clear.
I was upset the other day when I got shot down, but it's also unreasonable for me to expect everyone to know what all these different things look like. I mean, example, I heard someone calling the B-11 Strike Force or the A-10 a MiG, and I what the fuck? But that not everyone is into this stuff, so they just don't know. So this is the easiest and most effective way I think we're going to change this.
Oh, here's the thing. I don't want to say things that could be wrong, but what if the person that shot you down was a faceless asset within the PD?
No. I 100% took fire from ground forces. 1000%, but I did get finished off by a little bird the other day.
Well, no, exactly. What if the ground units were?
What if they're inside the
Delta-1's not wrong. I mean, look, I'm gonna say this now, because you're cleared. There are members of EMS that have held blueprints. One of the kidnapped individuals from the Faceless may be EMS. But on the flip side of the spectrum, there are members of law enforcement, as well as some individuals that have fired that have worked for them. Understand that Faceless isn't just, it's not like Osama bin Laden showing up and recruiting for Al-Qaeda. It's that the Faceless offer things that most want, so that they can empower themselves in San Andreas, and what that means beyond that is irrelevant. I mean, even the besties rolled up, right? Are they on our side today? Yeah. But what about the last year and a half? Right?
True.
They were given something, and that something empowered them. And it's just like members of law enforcement, if they're given some reason to, whether it's like a loved one or whatnot. Chris Peters, he was let go. Chris Peters was already going to be fired. We learned recently that his own family has serial killers and questionable individuals in it. That's why, as a part of our oath, SASM comes before family. State before family.
I don't have any family set.
Neither do I.
Damn right.
Hey, Fun.
Any of y'all got something to drink?
I actually don't. I'm sorry. I think there was some stuff in the fridge back at the office.
Yeah, I'll head back there if I need to. Brian, you got anything?
Yes. No.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Delta-1, you got any food on board?
Let's check my...
Yeah.
Very thirsty.
God, Mike.
Faceless!
Oh, God.
I'll be okay.
You good?
I'm
What are
gonna
you, just
get you.
starving?
I'm gonna
I
get you
just
to your
need
feet,
a
alright?
little hydration. My throat's a little dry.
Outside of snipers.
I got you. I'm covering him.
It looks like...
They shoot again.
Were you shot or were you just hungry?
No, I'm thirsty.
Oh, okay, looks like he's just thirsty.
Oh, hey, Fun. Jesus fucking Christ.
Dry throat.
All right.
You gotta watch out for that.
I'm gonna bring the Annihilator out into this light. I want to see it.
Yeah.
In the blue.
While he's doing that, let me, I want to brief you on something. Yesterday evening, a individual dressed in all white suit, faceless mask, a individual in a black suit, black mask, individual in a black suit, purple mask, alongside what we suspect to be Charlie and one of the foot soldiers, the red masks, was spotted at Legion Square. Somehow no one noticed it, and by the time I made my way down to check on the status of the individual that had alerted me, they were gone, and the individual had been shot and thrown off the roof. It was stated that the individual in all white had a briefcase, all of which led them to the top of this building. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the two buildings in Legion Square, one of them with the Flicka Bank, does house, some investment companies. So what that exchange was for is unknown, but I suspect it has something to do with whatever may occur in the next 72 hours. With those besties, the individuals that had just come up, they've recently been fighting with the Faceless for their own reasons. But as a part of all that, one of their own gang members has been kidnapped and is being housed somewhere. Location currently unknown. But my suspicion is that, look, that exchange could be something as simple as trying to get something back, selling off that individual, but I figured I'd let you know in case that may, I don't know, spark something in your mind or with your intelligence team that might help us figure out what the fuck's going on, right? I'm just saying, get prepared.
Just so I understand, there are two things that really, I guess, concern me. Number one, purple mask, and number two, was a white mask individual wearing a fully white suit.
Correct.
Or
Individual with a white suit, white mask. And then two individuals with black suits, one with a black mask and one with a purple mask.
that is interesting because that's actually concerning. And then where exactly, sorry, those buildings, Legion Square.
That is correct. There is the Felica Bank at Legion Square. It's got Wolf's International on the second floor. To the direct east of that, there is a very similar looking building with a like promenade at the top. These individuals, alongside Charlie and one of the red masked individuals, met at the top. The individual that followed and tried to alert us, unfortunately in a way that didn't have any urgency to it, he engaged with Charlie, who subsequently shot him down and threw him off the building.
Okay, I'll get my team on that, but that is very concerning. We've never seen a fully white suited with a white mask.
Sorry, what
that
is
very concerning.
Yeah. I mean, we previously suspected the individual with the white mask is the top of the food chain. But even then, that's speculation. I mean, up until just this past week, we assumed everyone with the guy with the red mask had a particular code name, but then we've now come across a number of them. So
I believe the red mask people are I guess they're below Charlie, you could say, it seems. They all have their own sort of code name, but
assault
the same
team.
Rank. Farm, exactly.
Right.
And I'm assuming Charlie's the leader of that team. Who fucking knows at this point?
With Charlie having been noted as like the comms leader, it sort of makes sense for the assault team to be varied, where Charlie is providing sort of operational directive while the assault team just sort of follows orders as needed. Now you heard some of the conversation with these two besties that had shown up. Their concern underlinedly being, well, why were they sent up for a regular time? The reality of the matter is that we had to fight tooth and nail just to get enemy of the state, of which the bar is exceptionally high. I want us to start to investigate denaturalizing some of these assets that work for the Faceless. And I want that approval coming right from the state, because I don't trust the DOJ to make the right thing. This is fucking Greta Thunberg and their fucking children popping out and just protecting what are otherwise terrorists. I don't give a fuck if we put them in a hole. I don't give a fuck if they are extracted and put somewhere else. I don't have time to convince people that have been sucking off the Faceless that are now in positions of government to spend weeks passing legislation. The threat has gotten too grand. So
now you're talking my language.
Whether it's a black site,
can help it.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna have those conversations. They are already enabled to do so, but I would like to have you sort of prepare, be it black sites or off island prisons for when that time comes. Because at some semblance they are right. Putting in fucking terrorists for 150 months, it doesn't fit. We're gonna end up losing the fucking battle, right?
I'll see what I can do. I know there's some room in the HQ. We have a special, how can I put this? A section off where we keep temporary prisoners, you could say.
Yeah.
That sounds very useful.
Hopefully the state can be on your side here.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anything else, I think I'll get going. Need to catch up with a few things in this city.
Okay. Sounds good to me. I appreciate your assistance.
Hey,
Thank you very much, sir.
I'll see you guys soon.
Yes, you will.
Watch this. At night at a stealth 475215 turned on. looks like the AI doesn't work, unfortunately. Need to have
Damn.
someone pick this up.
All
Roger
right.
that.
Delta-7, can you come here and pick this up, please?
That shit is not easy to get going. That tech is that's beyond me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I will say though, Brian, and I might be sounding like an old man here, but there is nothing that beats a real pilot in the cockpit. Okay, nothing.
Yeah, I don't disagree. However, as with U.S. military recently has been testing out drones, and what they call it a swarm.
Oh my
But
god!
the swarm has a queen. The queens tend to be operated by man behind remote, right? But the rest of the swarm effectively obfuscates the most intelligent ones, right?
Jesus Christ!
Imagine
See the
you
movie-
take off the ground here, right? And you have 4 others that are following you in pattern and effectively taking your lead.
I'd be a very dangerous pilot if that was possible.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Ender's Game before?
I have.
Yeah,
Fucking great movie.
it is really good, underrated. But those drone pilots with those swarms that they were using, flying around the main ship to protect it against everything attacking it, that is some cool tech right there.
Mm.
But I believe we've solved I mean, look how good this thing looks. Look at that. Oh, look at the wax. Oh, it's so good with the wax on it.
Oh, shit.
That looks so much better with the wax on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, the colors are slightly different.
Yeah, they're brighter.
Yep.
I think
Lot
the
cleaner.
metal might be popping out of that one over there.
This looks really
one,
fucking
and they're
good.
both metallic now too. They were both complete matte color before, which, I mean, the matte color is for stealth, I believe, but you know, it doesn't really matter that much. It's gonna be. Oh god, it looks so good.
Imagine we have a second one of these and they're flying in tandem.
Yeah, and one of the
Bodies.
one behind has a missile battery on it.
Any update on when we're getting that one, Brian? I know Delta-1 was showing it
Which
off
one?
to us when he showed us these. This one, but with the missiles.
Everything is currently red taped with bureaucracy, and the last conversation I had, and that's why I kind of keyed Delta-1 into it, is look, here's the current reality, right? We're dealing with what the fuck? Oh, okay. Let's just take a look at the state announcement. The reality of the matter is that the marshals are currently cucked by civilian law when we are not dealing with we're dealing with wartime. This is quite frankly domestic terrorism and an uprising. And as a consequence of a uprising, civilian law just does not fit. It took us, myself and Ruth, roughly 6 weeks to get the Faceless as an organization marked as enemy of the state, which in turn allows for aiding and abetting. But even then, that was a manner by which, you know, someone works with them, you throw them in for 150 months, $500,000. But when it comes to direct sponsors, right, there is no civilian law that is going to fit them, because what is applied to one must be applied to the other. We need to be more agile, which is why the demand and the ask right now is, if approved, we send them something and they come back with a stamp, or us go fuck ourselves. So,
Federal powers are really. That's the only way to deal with some of this stuff, I feel like.
It is, yeah.
Yep.
Imagine one of these red fucks wants to go to court. Then what? Right? And I get the energy that well, not so much Future, he just yaps. Miguel has. They're angry, right? but they don't recognize that they are a part of the problem. Could you imagine one of these guys going to prison for these same things 2 months ago? You think they could be held inside indefinitely? No, hell no, right? However, I think a clear distinction does need to be made where if you are found to be directly related at the top of that echelon, there is no rights. It is stripped.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If they're foreign actors, fuck them. If you're willing to ignore the law, fuck them again. So,
And I guess the state or the governors are worried that it could be applied to the wrong people. Is that right?
I wouldn't say there's a worry. It's just that we have not yet heard we've been operating under the guise of the Constitution,
Okay.
but the Constitution does not define out what, a state actor actually
actors,
is.
yeah.
Or
Yeah,
a foreign
that makes
actor,
sense.
yeah. There's also the principle of if, let's say you were, I'll give you a prime example, right? This is probably going to make the most sense. We had some folks come from the Vatican, and there's a question. Oh, yeah, during the whole zombie outbreak. And these motherfuckers had class 2s, pulled them out. Someone died in it, and we didn't know what to do with them because we're like, they're foreign actors. But
The
it
Pope.
was like members of the Vatican, like, armed guards.
Vatican police and the Swiss Army.
Yes, that's exactly it. Yes.
Yeah.
It was, so when we looked into that matter, the moment you land in San Andreas, you are a citizen. Hence why we need the denaturalization. Or something to that effect. So,
I don't think we've ever gone anywhere near that before. in the
Yeah.
history of this state, to my knowledge. I mean, there was the Lost MC stuff when they tried to separate themselves from the state and claim their territory and Sandy as their own. But that was shut down by the senators at the time. And then, of course, there was Sanguine, and that was pretty goddamn serious and everything that happened. But I feel like this is a whole nother level, especially with the legal stuff in between. There was a lot about this stuff, the legal jargon that we didn't have to even think about a long time ago. But it's right that we are. I'm not saying that we need to go. It should be simple. Right?
no, I think for matters like this, it should be.
Yeah.
Justice is about balancing, right? The weight between like your rights and evidence against, right? I mean, think of, the whole statue with the lady holding the little scale in her hand.
Yep.
But the problem is when someone is operating off that scale, doesn't believe in that scale, different things need to take place. You know what I mean?
Isn't that literally why the CIA exists?
That's exactly it. Yep. All right. Well, anyways, hour before the Pred case. That's gonna be
It's not, well, you've got maybe like 20 minutes because pre-trial.
I'm gonna be.
Wait, they
at
approved
home.
the pre-trial?
Apparently there's a pre-trial to the pre-trial.
That whole thing is such a fucking shit show.
Sparks literally wants to quit, and I'm like, I'm trying to be there to help her.
That is
you're
the
gonna
most
win this one, and then you win the next one, and then your motivation will be back.
brother.
But
How are they
it's
getting
going
away
there.
with using AI on the docket? That's my question.
Oh no, yeah, she mentioned that in the PD meeting earlier. They
I
were
have
talking
a-
about bringing the process right down, so there's less on the docket and more in court. That's what she was talking about.
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for the judge that's in the position, but for my personal opinion is she's a bit new of a judge to be handling a case that has as much you need
Weight
somebody that's going
behind
to
it.
hold Pred in his place, right?
Who is it?
Angela Adams.
I thought she was Sama.
No,
I guess she switched.
she became a judge, I think, maybe 2 months ago. So
Oh, right.
she's a newer judge, and she's been doing fantastic, and her legal mind is very sound.
She's
but in terms of
unfortunately
having
falling
to deal with somebody like Pred. That's
Yeah.
a different animal in and of itself.
under the guise of like fair. The problem is, and this is a issue that I've seen judges have, is their notion of fair is both sides should have a 50-50, and that's what's happening right now. Is her time schedule was weaponized against her. AI has very clearly been utilized. I would argue that it was likely how they had a fucking remember right after the fucking first pretrial hearing, there was like a motion like 10 minutes later. That shit came out of AI. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
So are
and
they
the
like,
fact that that's able to stand and there has been no sanction and him kicked off the case, let alone the fact that the other case, we've got Grayson who states that Tony and Bailey on the Bobby case acted inappropriately, unprofessionally, and represented Bobby after they were fired, yet they're both on the case for pred. So what are these games? Like, it doesn't, the fact that the DOJ hasn't stepped in and stopped it, and it feels like have sort of just said, yo, handle it a different way, is, I don't like it. And it's playing a game of fucking chicken. It really is. And that's not something you want to play with me, because I start barking and biting, and that ain't good.
What did they actually do with the AI? Was it them, like, what were they doing with it?
4 motions.
Take a look. Take a look at it yourself too. You'll notice immediately.
Yeah. Gotta do the right spot on the docket here.
Imagine 6 attorneys plus the utilization of AI plus forcing hearings at times that they know the prosecution cannot be around. It's so. This is like I've been calling this, like, you know when you get those like fucking grinders running like a fucking 24/7 with like 7 supercars. It's like that's what we're witnessing on this court case, like the legal version of it.
That's a good analogy. I like that.
And the simple fact that it's allowed, just sort of like, okay, well, what the fuck, like, you know?
I don't think
who the fuck's gonna go to court
anywhere near police work, court work, anything that matters should not be any. I don't think it should be in the. I think we should ban AI from the city. Full stop. To be honest,
1000%. You don't know when it starts and ends. Like the argument I got was like, well, maybe the contents was like not AI. It's like, you can't prove that. Where's the draft? You cannot prove it without a source material.
I'm looking at these motions now.
Look at the what I'll tell you exactly what page it is.
He's got, I sent him exactly there.
Oh, notice the one with the ChatGPT bars in it.
Yeah, I mean the way that it's structured and you know it's kind of obvious. But I mean, there are tools you could just paste this into ChatGPT and say, did this come from ChatGPT?
There you go. So take a look,
and it'll
at
tell you yes.
Oh, the one that says it's 100% generated.
The one that's the 100%. What? It's not even a doubt. 100.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh
yeah. Throw this much shit on it, and that, like, I mean, listen, if you don't want to go to court, that's fine. But this is the grossest shit I have ever seen take place. And it puts us in and I call it chicken for the following reason. I can't see this and keep my mouth shut. It must be addressed. Otherwise, fucking, like what is a retort?
Is there a motion that can go in? I don't even. AI
try.
stuff is so new. I don't even.
Yeah.
Objection, Your Honor. AI. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. The craziest thing about it is most of these cases would have been resolved already. But
that's true.
It's turned into docket hell, which is effectively stretched out each and every court case to God knows what amount. I mean, let's use Bobby for example. We're about to get this shit scheduled. He threw out all his fucking attorneys. Why? Because they're allowed to run amok. They've been doing things without his permission.
That's kind of wild.
Yeah.
They not lose their bar license for stuff like that?
No. I mean, let me give you another one. You got Bailey here who represented an ACR against Carmine Costello. Huge one. He was the attorney for it. He dropped it in order to join Carmine. which means he inherently has intimate information on the other side.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and he got a warning.
This is going to be a very entertaining court case.
No, it's going to be dog shit.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
it's already cooked.
True, better way to
Yeah.
put it.
Yeah.
The justice can only be, when you have injustices in due process, you cannot have justice.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, do we need to write up? Does there need to be legislation around AI?
It's been put
Or
to a
just-
stop for any future related things.
Okay, good.
However, I
It's
think
just too
there's
dangerous.
Oh, it is. Look, let me put it this way. I am so familiar with AI. For reasons
Deja vu conversation. I don't know why. Go on.
that you could effectively take every piece of legislation, put it into a custom model, which is very easy to put together, and have it produce everything for you. So, in a means by which would be indetectable, right? So that's sort of why the stop needs to be at its root, because this is just a obvious usage. The non-obvious usages are significantly more powerful. So,
God. I mean, is this something where the governors would come in and be like, "Don't do that"?
I think that was already stated. That's why I'm kind of like,
okay.
yeah. Hey, do you remember with the whole? It was like 4 months ago. I think it was being utilized on the docket. It was very.
I didn't know. I had no idea it was being used at all on the docket.
Yeah. Like I
That's
said, this wouldn't even
exactly-
be a topic I'd be discussing here if it wasn't for the fact that it's so blatantly what it is. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a step in the wrong direction and not really good for the city at all.
No.
It's too
No.
much you can do with it.
Yep.
I gotta
That's
run
exactly
and get Spark some food and get prepped
Yeah.
for this. But
All
I
right,
will see you
easy,
at the
easy.
time.
All right.
I'm gonna get back home and get a cigar going and watch this court case on the TV. I think LSPD will be there in force, Brian. I'd imagine.
Yep. Be interested to see how they look at all that evidence on the docket and think it's all right.
Yeah, my opinion, Brian, is that today the court case result doesn't matter. It's the court of public opinion that matters for Pratt at this point, especially if he plans to continue being the chief.
Look, he's going to get suspended again in a week. It won't really matter at the end of the day. He's already
That's
crossed
true.
that line. There's no turning back
true.
for him.
Do you see that little bird to the right on the ground?
No.
In front of the hangar, just to the east. It's on the ground parked. Okay,
Hey.
maybe it's like.
Have you tried parking these at the office?
Negative, nor should we, I think.
No. Okay.
No. We got some garages coming soon, TM.
All right. Yeah, observatory would make sense. I just wasn't sure if the LSI you still want to keep using and like leaving our PD cars down there and stuff.
Actually, let's try putting the small one there, see if it makes sense.
Okay. The small one meaning the one I'm flying or the one that you're
Yeah. This one of your small flying.
You're gonna have to come try to park it because you own it.
Oh, I'll leave it at LSI. We'll get back to
Okay.
it. I got a
Yeah,
bunch
we'll
of things
figure
I
it
gotta
out
catch up on.
sometime. All right. Yeah.
All right,
Sounds good.
easy.
All right, bye.
Talk to you in a bit. Bye. Let's roll, baby. I'm being very cautious of how much I discuss the AI thing, but like I said, like you can't not address it when it was entered in role play as very clear AI usage, right? And I think these things need to be spoken about because it sets the tone, right? And we have quite literally, if it, as a consequence, likely have lost a prosecutor. That damages everyone, right? Because when it's one thing to have allowed so many attorneys and all this breadth and all this stuff, right? But you need to understand that the individual has, and not just in this case, is so overwhelmingly taxing. It's created so much bureaucracy in all these cases where unless you're like a full-time prosecutor in the roleplay server, you cannot handle it. And that's what it is. It's been a full-time role to do a RP suspension, which is fucking full-blown retarded. So hopefully some of these new changes will happen, but it is still disappointing. It cannot be resolved before a big hammer comes falling down, right? And that's where the actual concern comes from, right? In the same fashion, you know, look, I'm recognizing the role play for the marshals is changing with the faceless stuff, where we're now getting a lot of these people that should be X, Y, and Z. And why I'm like, okay, I'm going to be trying to fight for a thing where it's like, we say, hey, we want to denaturalize X, Y, and Z, and they say yes or no, right? And the reason I'm doing that is because realistically, to do it fully in RP is too much time commitment and doesn't really create content for anyone. Because they're NPCs, right? Sorry, say again?
I just realized I need to refuel. Do you want me to drop you here?
Yeah. If you could. Yeah. All right. I'm going to get to cooking and we'll chat soon. A lot more I want to fill you in on.
Okay, yes, sir. No problem.
The one thing I will fill you in on.
Yep.
We had to fire about 6 marshals for not just leaking faceless information, but also attempting to start a militia.
What?
Yes. They were recruiting civilians, trying to get them firearms. One of them is currently in a psych ward. One of them was at the helm of Gunner Kane. It's bad. Oh, yeah. You'd be surprised. That was our first month uncovering it all.
Holy fuck. Okay.
I had to handle about like 8 separate interrogations and came to realize what had happened. The only ones that lasted were Rooker, Blunt, and a couple of them. But yeah, 6 were fired.
I did have a conversation with Denzel today, the mayor. Is one, I wanted to tell him that I'm a marshal now. I've known him for a long time.
Yep.
And kind of came up with the idea. I kind of think it would be cool I think it would be good for the city and for the citizens and for the mayor's office, both of them, to be able to do some kind of press conference with limited information that comes from yourselves, yourself regarding this case.
That's kind of where Kingsman comes in.
Good. Okay.
I want to get a briefer, right? So public-facing information and have King put something together.
That's awesome.
The challenge generally has been, we would expect that their respective police departments fill in their respective mayors, because we can't get bottlenecked, and you're going to learn that really quickly. SASM keeps getting bottlenecked. The issue is that the LSPD, through Pred, I'll quote him, is
what the that was a
oh no, they're Babylonians.
The sex cult.
Yeah. Okay. Faceless is not his cup of tea. He's only into murders. So and their detective unit just has not been up and going for the last 4 months. Dawn is pretty appraised. You know what? I'm going to do this. Let's keep cooking on it, because the general point that you're trying to make is accurate. If it's not being done, we'll do it ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then Denzel was saying that he's got a lot of people coming to him and asking like, what the fuck's going on? And that kind of idea through Kingsman, I think is fantastic, because that's what he's saying. Why
hasn't he contacted us?
That's what I said. I said to him directly, if you guys had a conversation, he's like, well, no, like, okay, well.
Yeah, this is kind of the same shit that we dealt with Pred. It's like, look, we are quite literally overburdened.
Yeah, so much.
Partially because even himself, he can't make a decision to see the obvious that he has a chief of police targeting EMS. It's fucking gross, and he is responsible.
maybe his eyes will be open today at the case if he's there.
I don't think so. I think he needs Pred to get him reelected. That's the reality, right? Very few people in San Andreas are going to have a moral compass, right? Everything is ego, selfish, etc. And I'm sure Denzel's a nice guy, but when push comes to shove, position over responsibility, right?
Yeah.
So I'll have a chat with him, but
all right,
you know,
I'll go refuel this and I'll bring it back and store it.
Yep.
Good luck at the case later.
Huh. I am OOC so sick of people being too afraid of actually role-playing conversations sort of across the board. If I'm going to be honest. Holy fuck. I have to maybe I'm too old, chat. And expect people to have some like common sense beyond it's mind-blowing. What happened between 3.0 and 4.0? I feel you. Do you think it's like an age thing? I don't really know. I don't know too many 20-year-olds unless I'm like... I think some people just don't know what topics are okay for the throw, which ones aren't. Well, yeah, but shouldn't you, like, isn't the basic tenet of roleplay engaging with other players? The one-sided ask for engagement is very tiring. It's equally tiring because you have to sort of like... Yeah. Very, very tiring. Yeah, it is brain dead. It is. But it's mostly tiring. Oh, fuck me. Oh my God. I feel like we gotta sit there and just have like a massive, like, Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think people are effectively, I think culturally too many folks, I'm just speculating here. There's like this like there's like a black tar over the culture of roleplay. I mean, it's at the end of it. It's not the end of the world. Things will like pop back up in 5.0. But I think there's been this like black tar on top of, you know, I think a lot of people, I'm trying to make sure I find, Yeah, that is true. Well, I mean, I don't care about those things in RP, but it's more we need engagement. You know what I mean? Oops. All right. Yeah, fucking victim RP, bro. I'm fucking sick of this shit. Okay, they got that handled. Very good. Let me call up Miguel. Let me see what his fucking tantrum's about. Few adults left? Yeah. I mean, that's actually a really good point. I mean, I think a large part of it, the unsaid thing is, oh, never mind. Most of the adults have full-time jobs right now and aren't able to be around this time, right? So some of those more pressing things are just not available. Yeah. That's kind of the reality of things. So it's sort of like keeping that into perspective. Oh, bro. I think maybe that's why I feel like I'm playing dad so much lately. I don't have time for this. Chat. I'm never having kids. I'm still like in Bizarro World how there's another fucking pretrial hearing right now.
Even federal cases that I've attended don't have this many motions.
I'm gonna read. How the fuck is there another pretrial right now?
Because they're tiny children, petulant children that don't actually matter.
Jesus fucking Christ. I
grabbed the whole box, Sparks.
I
your
grabbed all the
arms.
food.
Oh my god, now I wish I was on the
My arms?
prosecutorial
Oh,
team.
hey,
Yeah.
Go change real quick.
What the fuck? Okay. All right. Ah. How is there a pre-trial after the time limit ended? What the fuck? It's gonna be 5+ hours? I am fucking mind blown. Bro, how are these decisions being made? Yeah, I think this is like the 3rd or 4th pretrial, the span of a week. This is embarrassing. This is how you cook the legal system to not have any prosecutors left. Holy shit. Yeah, it does set a very horrible precedent. Throw this inside. I think we need to get back to never mind. I'm gonna stay quiet if I speak. Man, poor Sparks. Be sure to show her some support, chat. I think everything that's happened to her is gross, and quite frankly, a line should have been drawn a long time ago on this. And I'm not going to blame the defense for taking those moves, but I think the fact that the DOJ didn't step in and put a stop to it is not very, like, listen, man, you can, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And I think the amount of bending is so ridiculous. I'm already sort of like, yeah, I just got to keep her like, you know, this is a massive skip. If I'm going to be honest, she should just drop the case. I'd be like, yo, fuck this shit. Yeah, there goes IA. Yo, listen, the defense can do what they want, but like what, like at what stage are you like, listen, man, you guys are responsible for that department. Like if you can't keep the fence up and have some semblance of like seeing what's happening in front of you, and you know, you can always make an excuse for anything because quite frankly, you know, legislation isn't as tight as people imagine it to be. It should have stopped after the first pre-trial. The fact that there's a third one is kind of crazy. There should be some level of intercession. Yeah, I'm, yeah. Because the thing is, like, you have to understand it like this, right? Here's my issue with it, right? And I'll put it nice and blank. Is that what applies here applies tomorrow. And regardless of whether different standards have come into effect post facto, the one thing did not change, which is the ability to intercede and put your foot down when it matters. It doesn't matter what things change for the tomorrow case. It shows that they don't have a backbone, right? And the people that are affected, fuck this court case. It doesn't matter which way it goes. The question becomes, okay, what about the next fuck? Or the next person? Or the next person? Or the next person? People are going to take this as an example of what it is in the future, regardless of what the changes are. I was pretty good up until I heard there's a third fucking pretrial hearing. Like, that's insane. That's actually insane. Because this poor person, Sparks, right, who's already had to like reschedule her shit just to accommodate all this, now doesn't even have the ability to prep for the court case, right? Yeah. This to me is the equivalence of someone doing like fucking 8 vehicle swaps on a 24/7. You say, all right, we're good, man. Best of luck to you. It ain't that real. It ain't that serious. Yeah, you would get more progress bashing your head against a wall. I mean, anyways. All right, let me try to make these phone calls before I attend. We're going to get caught up all day. That was not something I was expecting to see today. You know what it seems like? It's unfortunate that this case turned into what feels like an extreme case of like W and L instead of letting things just sort of play out. Because at the end of the day, man, even if like why didn't it just come down to the judgment? That's the thing that I don't understand. Because like I don't think anyone necessarily needs Pred to be removed, but it's like you're about to loot like the level of sweat that has taken place and the amount of leniency, and not even leniency, just absolute abuse of people's time without any intercession, right? Makes it feel like bro, like someone's like IRL is on the line. You know what I mean? Like there ain't no way. Yeah. And that's kind of what my underlining thing is. Like, this needs to be case studied so this sort of thing doesn't happen again, because already the tone is set. Already the case is set. Every crim's gonna demand this. Yeah. But you got to understand, in RP2, with such a elevated prosecution level, who are you gonna ever prosecute with that level? It's insane. It's actually insane.